Energic is a Japanese company. Since 1974, they've been on in producing this wonderful technology that I'm about to share with you tonight. I want you to sit back and let's roll the ball. Let's keep it rolling. All right. I usually like to start my presentation from discussing about plastic bottle, because this is the major ways of storing water in this part of the world. And this plastic is actually made with a chemical that is called bisphenol. And bisphenol is a harmful chemical that destroys the water, that destroys the property of the water. The longer the water stays in these plastics, the more emission that happen to the water. And if you look at from production stage of this plastic water to the consumer stage, minimum of 2 to 3 months. So the longer the water stays in the plastics, the more emission that happen to the water. So that is what you see most countries of the world have actually put a ban on it. Now, if you also look at the reseller of this product, after receiving the product from the factory, most of them usually keep it in front of their office in order to attract buyers, to attract you and I. And when the heat on these plastics, there will be more emission of that chemical. And this bisphenol is actually responsible to the rising of disease, both adult and children. So we need to actually do away with this. And that is why energy can actually come in to help us. Here we have the world map of distributions of energy. Now, in 1974, when the first machine was produced, after the research done by a group of Japanese doctors, and the larger size of the machine is what they produce, which is only made for hospital to use to get quality water to help recovery of the patient. And it was only made for hospital until 1994. That is about 20 years. We're only producing for hospital use. So in 1994, they produced the domestic model, which is level look SA501, the one that we are marketing today. And since then, they've been distributing it around the world. Until 2003, when the network moved to New York, and they were able to launch it in New York, and from New York, they spread to so many countries of the world, which we have on board today. So presently, we run business in over 25 countries and over 42 branches around the world, inclusive Nigeria that spearhead the distribution in the whole Africa. Okay, but it was just last month that Nigeria was actually fully registered and fully accredited into the distributions of energy in the whole Africa. So Nigeria spearhead the distributions in the whole of Africa. So all of us that we are aboard tonight, I want to especially welcome you to pre-launching of energy in Africa. So let's continue rolling it. Now, Kangen water or Kangen machine, as I said, is as a result of research done by a group of Japanese doctors over spring water. Okay, spring water, you all know that is a rock water. Okay, and because of the healing property that is found in spring water, most people usually call it miracle water. And that is the reason why this group of Japanese doctors collected water from about different countries to check what is in this water that is not found in the regular water. And they discover amazing things. So because of this, they use their brain to develop this platinum gems rock, which is found in the soil, that using it to make a plate and electric shock on it, there will be total separation of positive and negative on the water, which give the same property found in mountain water. Okay, and since 1974, they've been producing this wonderful technology and distributing it, and they call it Kangen machine. Why the water called Kangen water? Now, Kangen is a Japanese word. It means back to origin. That is, if you continue having access to drinking water from this technology, your body will slow down in aging process. Now, you can look at what is happening. So many spots from France, from Mexico, from India, from Germany. A lot of people are queuing up here, collecting this water. And this same thing that happened to our office, we opened in Maryland then when we started demonstrations in August, in December to January. And a lot of people queuing up to get this water because they see a lot of wonder that happen in their body systems. And that's what most people call it miracle water. Now, the result of the research or of the text of all mountain water show that mountain water contains active hydrogen And this is not actually found in regular water. And this is what the healing property that is found in the water, because once active hydrogen found in the water, it will contain antioxidant, it will contain anti-aging, and also negative ORP. Now, the ORP there is to check whether the water is oxidation, because ORP means oxidation reduction potential. Oxidation reduction potential. So it is negative, meaning it is not oxidized. It is not oxidation present, because regular water is oxidation present. That is positive ORP. So unmalted water, it is negative ORP, meaning free from oxidation, meaning free from rottenness, free from, oxidation. Okay, so that makes the water to become antioxidant. Now, we're going to check the three property content in the water. The first one is antioxidation, which is negative ORP. Everything around us is actually oxidation present. Everything around us is actually oxidation present. Now, because Kangen water or mountain water contain negative ORP, that makes the water to become antioxidant. And when you consume it, your body system, it will slow down aging process, because it will flush out any form of acid reflux in your body, and also allow the water will also penetrate to your cell. It will hydrate your body. Now, everything around us is actually oxidation present, because the more or the higher we live in a highly oxidation environment, the faster we age. To tell you that the oxygen is highly oxidized, when you open a fresh apple, it is fresh. After about 10-15 minutes, the apple becomes brown. That shows that oxidation present. Okay, so in apple, you could actually discover the presence of oxidation. Okay, and also when you also see a fresh tomato, a woman used to cook a very wonderful and nice soup, but once it becomes rotten, that is also oxidation present. So what we are saying is, in apple, you will discover oxidation present. In tomato, you also discover oxidation present, but when it comes to water, you cannot discover, you cannot know, because water is transparent in nature. Now, living tissue plus oxidation is equal to sickness in water. What does it mean is, when water moves from fresh to become oxidation present, it doesn't change taste, color, or smells. It remains the same. So the only thing that can show you oxidation present in water is called ORP meter. Oxidation return potential meter is the only thing that can tell you that this water is rotten as tomato. This water is oxidation present, and the chart. Now, when a reading is coming from the meter and there is a minus, minus shows that it is oxidations not present. That is negative. And that makes the water to become antioxidant, and that makes the water to become anti-aging, and that makes the water to reduce oxidative stress in your body when you consume it. And you can see some fruits called olive oil, vitamin C, who contain at least minimum of reading of 100 of negative. But from Kangen and above is 400 and above, 500, 600. The higher the negative, the more presence of antioxidant. And we all know the antioxidant actually destroy free radicals in our body systems. Now, when it is show a number and there is no minus, then it is a plus. Plus means oxidation present. And that will make the water to become aging, will be highly oxidized. That means when you consume water that is oxidation present, then it will breed acid reflux in your body systems, which that will lead to sicknesses in human body. So I have a video here that is going to help us to have more understanding about oxidation. And the video is actually recorded and done by Mr. Simon. So we have presence of tap water, we have RO water, reverse osmosis water, we have mineral water and soft drinks, and also Kangen water. Now, mineral water is a chemical dosing water, which you're going to see on the second property. But Kangen water, it is a natural, because nothing is being added. The machine, Kangen machine, will help to separate the bad water from it and give you the negative charge of what we are going to check right now. if you look at all this water, there's no difference between all of them, but there are millions of difference in all this water as you begin to check the property content. So the first water is to check what is tap water. So when the reading is coming out from the meter, remember, and there is no minus, it is a oxidation present. You can see it's plus 500, 400 and above. The arrow, reverse osmosis water, 450. While mineral water is 430, and soft drinks, which is sugar content, you can see is high oxidation. Sugar actually destroy the body. Sugar actually, make the body to develop faster oxidations. Now you can see the Kangen water is minus 500. Minus 500 makes the water to become anti-oxidation, and that also make the water to heal the body, and that make the water to help penetration to the cells, so every nook and cranny of the body, and that also make the water to stop cancerous cells in the body, because lack of oxygen, which is the negative charge in the water, it's in the body, it's called hypoxia. And hypoxia is lack of oxygen. That same oxygen is what we are saying 500 and above in Kangen water. And this will lead to what we call acid reflux in the body that causes what? The presence of cancerous cells in body systems. That is why this water is the best for people that have cancer in their body. The second property is called alkaline. But when you talk about alkaline, most of us, we actually recognize, we know more about alkaline. But I want to say something this evening, that we have two types of alkaline. The first one is ionized, the one we're presenting in Kangen water, which is not chemical induction, okay? It is through separations, through ionization. Then if you check the pH, give you the best pH. Now, the second ways of making alkaline is called induction. That is adding lime into water, it gives you alkaline, or baking soda into water, it gives you alkaline, or get a Chinese bottle, pour in water, and bring it out within a short time. Fourthly, get a people that do what we call water treatment guy. After you pump the water into your tank, ask them to pour chemical, you give them the pH that you want. Is it 7.5? Is it 8? Is it 9? Is it 10? They will pour a lot of chemicals to make the alkaline. Now, all that is called induction, induce, adding something to make alkaline water. Now, the problem with induction alkaline is that the molecule structure of the water remain intact. As a regular water, when you drink regular water, it stocks up in your tummy, okay? And it forms a serious protrude in your tummy. Now, for your body to access alkaline such in such water, your kidney will help you to do breaking it down to smaller molecules before your body can access it. Now, for longer consumption of such alkalines, it can destroy organ failure. That's why a lot of doctors do a lot of videos online saying disease from such alkaline. But the alkaline we are presenting to you is called ionized, which is from Kangen water, which they're going to check tonight. So now to check alkaline in water, you need two things: shots and pH tester. The pH tester is called potential hydrogen. Remember where we're coming from. The mountain water contains active hydrogen. But here we want to check the active hydrogen, or the hydrogen in the water, which is form of alkaline. So we need pH tester and pH chart. Now, on the pH chart scales, it starts from 0 and end in 14. Okay, the middle of it is 7, which is neutral. And when you pour the pH tester, once the water is showing color of green, that is neutral. That means it is not acid, and also it's not alkaline. Anything below 7 is acid, and acid leads to sickness in the body. And anything above 7 is alkaline. And it is only Kangen you can drink up to 9.5. Okay, if it's an induction, you can't even take up to 7.5 to 8. You can't, because it will be too much. Your body, it will put a serious pressure or stress on your kidneys. Okay, so let's check the video and see. The alkaline, the water that is being, that is alkaline in natural. With the same water we're having, we're still having it here. So we also have the pH tester. This video is also done by Mr. Simon. Okay, now wash the tap water. Mostly in Nigeria, we have a lot of borehole and all that. You can also represent as the tap water. Now you can see tap water is even better than the borehole because it's government treated water. Okay, but borehole mostly are not treated. Now, if you look at all this water, the only water that is, there is many alkaline there that is pure is Kangen. The other mineral one, it is an induced, like I've told you, the disadvantage of the inductions alkaline in human body. Okay, now immediately you begin to drink Kangen water, when your body is presently drinking the other water, it will begin to move the system or the axis to alkaline tissue. That's what you are saying. As it's pouring the water begins to change. But what is soft drinks? To tell you the dangers of salt or sugar in human body. Pouring 9.5 into this water, but still is not having any change. Now, when you have a healthy body, and you decided to drink a cup of sugar into a healthy body, look at what happened. The all alkaline content in the body moved immediately to axis, to tell you how dangerous sugar content is into human body. Now, when we talk about sugar, we're talking about Fanta, Coke, malt, and so on. And so you can read the product, and there is a sugar or an energy written, it is a sugar. So you need to do what? Run for your life, because sugar will breed a lot of acid reflux, and sugar is a cancer. It can trigger cancer in human body when you begin to consume a lot of sugar, because in presence of sugar in the human body, cancerous cells thrives and survive. By the time you remove sugar from your drinks or from your consumptions, you see the kind of health that happen to your body. But I like to say something in my presentation that, do you know that our body also needs sugar? But the sugar that your body needs is found in fruit, is found in carrot, in orange, in watermelon, and so on and so forth. Those are the kind of sugar that easily can metabolize by your body systems. So here is another research done by a doctor. His name is called Dr. Otto Erik Warmbaum. He is a German doctor. He died some years ago. He did the research in 1923 and got the Physiology Nobel Prize in 1931. And in his works, he demonstrated that metabolism of a tumor, it demonstrated that all forms of cancer are characterized by two basic conditions, which is acidosis and hypoxia. And hypoxia is lack of oxygen. Okay? Lack of oxygen in the human body leads to acidosis. Lack of oxygen in human body leads to acidosis, which is a cancerous present in the human body. Now say, deprive a cell 35% of oxygen within 48 hours, it can lead to cancer. That is, those good cells can become cancerous, which is cancer in human body. So we need a lot of natural alkaline water in our body, in our systems, okay? That you can also get from taking Kangen water. So the third property is called microclusters. Microcluster is talking about small water clusters, which is lead to easy absorption. That is, if the water is micro, that is what can make the water easy to penetrate to human systems. Human body is made up of 70 to 75% of water. You can see the organs, the lungs are about 90%, blood is about 82%. In fact, among the organs, they are not talking about blood, because your blood that you are seeing is made up of 82% of water. So if the regular water you are drinking is large in clusters, there will be limits of water penetrating to the body systems. And since your blood is made up of water, so how do you help the blood? That's why you see a lot of people are having high BP, hypertension, and lead to a lot of what? Stroke in human body because of lack of water, because the regular water we are consuming, the body is not getting access to it. At this junction, I want to take my Kangen water to relax my body. Please, if you also have your Kangen water, you can take your own drinks. Thank you. Highly refreshing. Now, let's continue. Why do you and I need microcluster water? Two things. To supply nutrient into the body. That's number one. Nutrient that we get from fruit, from vegetables, from the food that they cook for us by our wives. Our body needs a micro water to take those nutrients into the body. Two, detox, that is sharing waste out of the body. We need microcluster because micro water will penetrate through your cells. It hydrates your body faster, okay, and it begins to help you begin to have a faster urinary, and also defecation becomes so easy for you in the morning, when you wake up early in the morning. You see that so many adults these days, defecation becomes a lot of problems for them, and they think they now begin to imagine that or think that it is their body system. It is not. In as much as you eat morning and night, even though you cannot take 3 times in a day because economic situation, but in as much as you eat, you need to defecate. You need to pass out the waste of the food that you have consumed. So if you're only having one time of toilet in a week, that means your body stock in a lot of residues, which it will lead to a lot of disease or organ failure in the nearest future. So Kangen water can help to eliminate all this in your body system. So microclusterings is talking about better hydration. Now, when the water is able to hydrate your body, then it can eliminate toxins through urinary and through defecation. Why? Because the water is hydrate your body. Now, the opposite of hydration is dehydration. Dehydration means lack of water into the body that leads to headache, that leads to migraine, that leads to high BP, that leads to strokes, and so on and so forth. Okay, that is why we need to read Change Your Water, Change Your Life. Written by Dave Carpenter. This will tell us on the page 9 of that book the symptoms of dehydration in human body. Now, regular water, because the molecule structures or the regular water is H2O in clusters. It is clogged together. The molecules are about 50 to 20, very large. Okay, that is why when you drink such water, it will form a poultry seriously in your tummy. And even at that time, your mouth will be asking to drink more, drink more, drink more. Why? Because the one you drank, your body is not seeing it as water because it is large cluster, so it limits absorption to human body. That is regular water. Now, the same water, we go through Kangen machine, and Kangen would separate positive electron, negative electron. Now, the negative electron, which is the one you check that you see the first property, and also the second is the alkaline, then thirdly, it becomes micro because of that separation. So it becomes in molecule structures about 5 to 6. That makes it to become what? Micro. It have a greater penetration to human body. Thirdly, I have a video that's going to help us to also know. Sorry for that. Okay, now you can see now, let's continue. Now you can see the tea was able to come out immediately, but now it was able to do pour a little tea of the two to tell you that regular water also destroys the nutrient that when you consume good food, okay, you take good supplement and you take regular water will destroy the nutrient in the food, in the supplement, in the fruit, because the same size of tea was measured to a cup and pour Kangen and regular water. You can see the other with the first one, the tea is all out. That means the nutrient is out. So the importance, the benefit of having Kangen machine in every home, you can't quantify the benefits. It is enormous. Okay, so we need Kangen machine in every families in Nigeria. If you agree to this, go to the chat box and type 777. Okay, if you agree that every home in Nigeria need to have Kangen machine, okay, because of this the 3 property. First, the oxidation free. Second, the alkalinity content. Thirdly, the microclusters, that is easy absorption to human body. Now, what I'm presenting, I'm not just presenting to is something that is not being approved by professionals. So we have a lot of professionals after using this water to help a lot of people in order not to allow the information to go without being passing it on to the next generation. They started writing books. Dr. Iromishinya. Before I talk about that, somebody was able to go to chat box. I appreciate you, Charity. Thank you for that. Thank you for the 7. I appreciate you. Now, Dr. Mishinya was able to take a lot of recording and help a lot of people when they have a serious health challenges. And that is why they write the book called Enzyme Factor. Now, Dr. Mishinya is not just a medical doctor, but he is a co-inventor of colonoscopy. Colonoscopy is a procedure where they put camera from the back end to get access to internal systems without performing any cutting or operation. And he did over 360,000 of such procedures, and he died 2 years ago. He wrote about 4 books. In all his books, he's talking about recommending Kangen water to people, especially when you have health challenges. If you also want to live a good life, you need to change your water to Kangen water. Now, the next is Dave Carpenter. He's a naturopathic doctor. He's an American, and he wrote a book called Change Your Water, Change Your Life. And these books, he actually talk more about Kangen technology more than the manual that comes with the machine, which it is a must for everyone to have. Okay, after the presentation, I will send the PDF file onto our forum. So if you are not yet in the forum, maybe you have been invited by anyone to join us tonight's Zoom, please ask them to send you our our group links so that you can join, so that you can have access to Change Your Water, Change Your Life books. Then lastly, I'm going to talk about Bob Wright, director of American Anti-Cancer Institute. He wrote a book called Killing Cancer, Not People. Because this guy, the body headed, when anyone has a cancer, they usually recommend them to go through chemotherapy. And he knew that the result of the ratio success of chemo is very, very low. And he discovered amazing Kangen machine or Kangen water that help people that have cancer. So he said no to that. So after his amazing venture, he began to write a book called Killing Cancer, Not People. Killing Cancer, Not People. Okay? And he recommended for people to be able to have access to the information. And let's go through the books. Killing Cancer, Not People, on chapter 6 of this book, he said, step 3 of the cancer diet, restructures ionizer, water to save your life when you have cancer. On page 158, he said, I believe that ionizer water is mandatory baseline requirement for those that have cancer. It is a mandatory. It is not an option. It is a mandatory. You're going to see the result as you go for that. Now, on page 168, okay, he's talking about if I were looking for electrolyte unit today, I will choose SD501 made by Energy Company, the Rolls-Royce of water ionizer, Kangen water, being in business for 30 years, because he wrote the books 19 years ago, because Energy is 49 years in business. 49 years in business. So it has been proved and tested and trusted. So let's go for that. On page 170, he said, I have no financial interest in Energy Company, nor do I receive any remuneration for my recommendation. Like I said earlier, they recommend it in order to pass on this to people so that when you have at the end of life, get access to Kangen water and it will solve your problems. And it is not even oversight, it's even reflecting in the population of Japan today. In population of Japan today, they discovered that 28% of Japan, they live above 100 years. There's no world record that have that, because they've already changed their water, because ionization is very popular since 1974. It's been, every home in Japan, you see them with ionized machine. that helps them to take care of their water. So lastly, Dr. Romishinya, he is a professor of surgery in Abaisi College of Medicine, New York, and chief endoscopy. Endoscopy put the camera from the nose, from the mouth, to get access to internal system and perform operation. In his book of enzyme factor, on page 159, he said, Kangen water is alkaline rich water. pH range between 8 to 9 and is considered the very best of drinking water because of its incomparable power of hydration, detoxification, and antioxidation. Okay, this is the three properties that we have just shared to everyone on call tonight. And he's talking about it, that this three property could help anyone in when you have health challenges. Now, let's check some testimony on Dr. Iromishinya. Now, this is someone that is having inflammatory. When you talk about inflammation, is that when the body is too much of acid, then the body begins to draw up the alkalinity content from the joint, because our joint is made up of braids of cartilage, and cartilage is alkaline in nature. So when you all your food and your drinks and water and everything, you don't supply alkaline to your body systems, because most of the food you consume is starches and acid water, acid food and all sorts. So the body needs alkaline to survive. So they begin to draw it from the joint. That leads to inflammation in the joint, and that is arthritis. And if it becomes too severe, it becomes rheumatoid arthritis. Now, Kangen water, in 3 months of someone that have inflammations, everything is already soft. Let's go further. This is someone that is having breast cancer and chronic constipation. You can see a lot of residues, a lot of deposit of residues in the colon. 3 months after, the whole thing is cleansed up because Kangen water have a detox effect. Thirdly, this is someone that is having cancer, but is already on chemo. You know, chemo is a targeted therapy. It destroys both the good cells and the bad cells in the body. So that's why it makes the colon to become burnt. The whole internal system is burnt because of it cannot recognize whether this cell is good or bad. Okay? And that's why you see most people that is on chemo, they lose their air, they lose energy, sleeping becomes problems because they are pumped at a very high rate. So we have a testimony in the house that we like to showcase our ambassador, Sister Titi, okay, patient. We can call her patient or Titi. Now, they discovered cancer in her body in year 2020. And in 2021, they placed her on 6 doses of chemo, and that dose of 6 doses ended in the 2nd week of May 2022, which is last year. And in the month of August, our friend put a call through to her, okay, that there is a miracle water in Maryland. And since she finished her chemo, her life has not remained the same. They went her into her office in Maryland in early August last year, and she told Mr. Simon that she's having a stage 4 cancer and she has finished her dose of chemo. And she said something that since she has finished, she has been taking chemo, her sleeping becomes a big challenge to her. She's not having a sound sleep because of the targeted, because her heart pump at a very high rate. So Simon asked that we should give her a cup of 11.5 from Kangen machine. And after about 5 minutes, we started giving her 9.5. And to amazement, 30 to 35 minutes after, she started stooling and peeing at the same time. Now, she started stooling and peeing regularly like that. Very, very often, she's stooling and peeing the same time. And to the extent that the lady that brought her became very, very afraid. And she was calling the lady that, I think the water is working in me. She was able to get home that same day around 6 p.m. in the evening at Ibafo. That is very close to Mowe. And before 7 p.m., 1 hour after she arrived at home, she slept off. And she didn't wake up on the next day, 9 a.m. Because such sleeps is like you are dead and you are resurrected. Because one would have not slept for a very long time because of high palpitation of chemo in her body. That is the beginning of a miracle. She wake up in the morning and shouting, what has happened to me? The water. And they brought her back the same day, which is the 2nd day. And the photograph you have seen in the board here is the 5 weeks after. I snapped the 2nd photograph in Radisson Blue when we're having the first EKW in Nigeria. This is a testimony, and if you look at that now, you can't even say that last year this person was down seriously because her body, everything has degenerated back because of the wonder of Kangen water. Now, I'm only discussing the first water, which is drinkable one. The next water is green bottle, which is clean water. Now, clean bottle is on the machine to get 7.0, which is neutral, meaning to take your medication and also to feed baby water. Baby don't need alkaline water. You can also use Kangen water to take your medication because of absorption. It might make that drug to become overdose. So you use neutral water or your regular water to take your medication. Then 30 minutes after, you can resume back your Kangen water. Now, babies are naturally born alkaline. That is why you see when you go to when you go to where a baby is born, we have a very wonderful and nice smell. But when you go to own people's home, it is a very horrible smell. Okay? Because the body is already acid because of the lifestyle that we live. That is the reason why you cannot give baby the Kangen water, because their body is already alkaline. So that is why you see medical doctor in Nigeria says don't give water to baby, do exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months, because most water in Nigeria are acid and it will make baby to have constipation. But when you have Kangen machine in your home, don't disturb yourself. Please kindly fetch neutral from Kangen machine and fill them with tablespoon so that they can have water. Because those days, baby are fed with small spoons of water. But it's now that they are asking us to stop. But with Kangen machine, you can get a neutral water with neutral with 7.0 feed to the baby. The next water is beauty water. Now, beauty water is the water that come out from the machine as the positive electron supply. When you are fetching Kangen water from the front hose of the machine, the bad water is positive electron. It is beauty water, which gives 5.5 pH. The same pH with your skin. Our skin is about 5 to 6 in pH. So 5.5 is the middle of the skin pH. Meaning your body will absorb the water faster than any other thing. It also helps your hair. So if your hair is tangling, once you spray it on your hair for a woman, use a comb, it will make it slicky. Because beauty water is fantastic. It penetrates through the body skins and faster and makes your skin to become moisture and nourish your skin. Very fantastic water. So no water is waste from Kangen machine. So the next water is called 11.5 bottle. This is a very high alkaline that it is not, advisable for you to drink. Only if you have a very serious health challenge. That is only on that note. Like you have a cancer, you have stroke, you have a kidney failure can take a neutral water. Okay, because they usually have problem with flu. Okay, so you only give them neutral water. All right, but any other disease that is very chronic, maybe Parkinson, that is a nerve collapsing, or stroke, or when you have a prostate enlargement or prostate cancer, they can drink a little of 11.5. What they needed more is 9.5 as a regular water. Now, why we are giving a little drink to people that have serious health challenges, because 11.5 used to activate the body to flush out faster acid in the body, so that to make the healing to become faster. Why 9.5 is one that will do the job for you. So you can't recommend 11.5 without 9.5. 9.5 must be more as a regular drinking water. But why 11.5? A little into the body, why they go on regular 9.5. Now, if you have Kangen machine at home, you can use 11.5 to go green. How do you do that? How do you wash your vegetables? Vegetables have a lot of contaminants like pesticide, herbicide, and all preservative and all that. Now, farmers use oil-based chemical to filter to the farm. The reason is when the rain fall on the farm, the rain will not be able to wash the oil, the chemical out, because it is mix with oil because they use oil-based chemical, because farmers know that oil and water don't mix. That's the reason why farmers use oil-based chemical. Now, you know that oil and water don't mix, so let's watch this video and also how 11.5 can demulsify the water, the oil, and also remove chemical from the farm produce, your beans, your rice, your vegetables, and so on and so forth. Now, this we have the sesame oil and also tap water and also 11.5. Remember, oil and water don't mix. Okay, this is tap water, so the oil will stay afloat, water will go down. That is the chemistry. All right, but in area of 11.5, the law will be broken tonight. 11.5, because of the microcluster capability, it will break the oil, though the oil and the water, everything will mix together, you cannot separate it. That is what we are seeing there. So we also use the same thing on the farm produce. On your beans, are you aware that these days, all these people, they use what we call a sniper to preserve beans. All these are chemicals that we eat into our body system unknowingly and also contribute to the state of our health. So 11.5, soak your beans, soak your rice, soak your vegetables, and before you can cook them with 9.5. The result will amaze you. Natural or tap water can only remove the dust and the sand, but the pesticide and the herbicide that farmer has sprayed on the farm cannot be removed by tap water. That's why the water is pure. Nothing is being removed. But watch the 11.5 from Kangen, from the table of energy company, from Kangen machine. So you can see the water coming out. That is not tea bags. That is a chemical. All the pesticide, the herbicide, the snipers and all is being removed by 11.5. So if it's not safe to breathe, how can it safe to eat? This farmer protects himself and spray a lot of chemicals into the farm. That is why most farmers have two farms: organic farm for consumptions and the general one for profit making. God will help us. Now, all the while I'll be discussing about 11.5, but the next one is 2.5. 2.5 is the last water, which this 2.5 is a sanitary water, and is the reason why in Japan they use this water to sterilize equipment, because it is a sanitary water. It can destroy the germs. 99.9% of the germs is more concentrated than the acid in the car that burnt, but this is very good on human skin. So when you spray it on the skin or on the outer parts or on your hand, it destroys all the germs. And if you have you wake up in the morning and you also have a very bad breath, you can spray into your mouth. It will destroy the germs and correct that. If you have a toothache, you can spray 2.5 on your mouth or sore throat. And also, if you have a skin problem, maybe what we call it, eczema, psoriasis, acne, name them, or after you have a dandruff, your health, after you shave your hair, you bath, instead of allow those guys to put those all things on your head, you can spray 2.5 because it is amazing. You can use 2.5 to mop the floor, to clean your computer, to clean your table, to do all kinds of things, to clean your kitchen and all that, because it is a sanitary water. It destroys germs, 99% of germs. So let's watch it in the area of the skin. This someone that is having eczema. You can see before in 2 weeks, drinking 9.5 and spraying 2.5 on the affected area, the result is amazing. This is someone that have psoriasis before and after, before and after. The result is amazing. This guy works in General Hospital in Kota Kinabalu. Kota Kinabalu is an island outside Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Okay, this guy works for having this problem for good 15 years and use all kinds of ointment, and yet the result is not being shown. But look at it, in 60 days of spraying 2.5 and also drinking 9.5, the result is amazing. This is Suzanne in Singapore. Okay, you can see how this psoriasis are messed up our face. Okay, but in less than 2 months, the result is amazing. Now, with what I present, you can see a lot of certificates being, for different countries, recommendation or recognitions and certifications of the factory and also the machine. But we like to talk about 3 certificates. First, Ministry of Health. Over 6,500 doctors in Japan. They call that body JAPA in Japan. Now, run through the all 5 water coming out from Kangen machine, and they write a report and submit it back to Ministry of Health. Ministry of Health give a certification of medical device to Kangen machine. This is the only machine that's going to be in your kitchen as a home appliances that is a medical device. Second, International Standard Organization certified with a 13,485, the same certification given to all medical equipment around the world. Now, all MRI, all CT scanner, name it, all those medical equipment, this is the same certification given to them. Thirdly, in 2003, when the company moved to New York, Water Quality Association of the United States of America give a gold sealed on Kangen machine. That is why every machine of Kangen you see this gold sealed on the body to tell you that it is a premium product. It is a medical device. Now, Level Look SC541 is not a water purifier. It is not an alkaline machine. It is a medical device, or you call it Kangen machine. Kangen machine. Okay. Now, here is the factory in Lusaka, and also have the ISO certified and also GMP certification, good manufacturing practices. Okay, and every machine is allocated to one technician to the finishing state, and a serial number is allocated to that technician, and that serial number is also allocated to you that you are buying the machine, and it stands for you as your warranty 5 years on Level Look SC501 or K8 or Super SD. Junior is 3 years warranty. Okay, all these are warranty covered. Okay, now, do you see value in this machine? What value can you place on the machine, on this Kangen machine? If you find a value in this machine, or you also find a value in what I'm presenting, go to the chat box and type 777. 777 is the number of success in my presentation. So kindly go on the chat box and type 777 in appreciation to this presentation, in appreciation that this is a fantastic technology. I also want to appreciate about Uday for the 77. I appreciate you. God bless you. Charity again. Thank you for your encouragement. So I need more people to also go on the chat box. Beatrice Obikoye, okay? Obikoya. Thank you for that, your 77. God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. So let's go for that and see more about it, okay? Mr. Ola, thank you. Dan, thank you. Mr. Dan, thank you. Adejuwon, God bless you. Thank you for that. 777 is the number. So let's continue. Now, Level Look SC541, you agree with me, is the best gift you can give to your family. Level Look SC541 is not it's not a purifier machine. It is not an alkaline machine. If you do so, if you call it that, you are actually bringing the value down. It is a medical device. Better still, call it Kangen machine. Flashy model 7 solid titanium platinum plate. Now, the value, as you can see on the platform, it comes with 5 years warranty. Minimum lifespan use durability. Minimum lifespan use 25 years in use. Meaning in 25 years, you are just starting using your machine. This is the only one you are going to buy for your lifespan, for your lifetime. Okay? The value for today, we buy from France is 3,480 euro. In Naira, 2,970,000 Naira. Now, this is the value in Naira. Place your order today and have your machine be delivered to you anywhere you are in Nigeria. Once you place your order, our office is at number 18, house 18, Olukoye, of Adeyemi Jones, okay, in Ikeja. Now, when you place the order, what you need to place order is either your driver license, mix your identification on international passport or national ID. Once you can provide that, then you will need your email and your home or office address where the machine can be delivered to through dispatch, rider, or DHL. Now, once we receive the nurses, we talk about installation. Now, you can see a black spot on the machine body. That is where we have the antibacterial filter. Because the water that needs to go into this machine, Kangen machine don't produce any water. You only need to channel your water into it through the first white hose. Okay, and at the outer part, we have two hoses, positive hose and negative hose. The negative hose is the front one, which will dispense the Kangen water. Now, everything about this machine is a medical device. Now, once we receive the machine, the nurses, in case if your water have bacteria, so this antibacterial filter, the water will go through it first before it can go through the plate to destroy whatever germs that is found in the source of the water. When the water will now go through the platinum gemstone, which will now separate it to positive electron and negative electron. That is called ionization process. Now, the machine also has a e-cleaning system, which we're going to discuss. Now, it's the best gift, it's a priceless, the best gift you can give to your family. Now, I do say things when I'm doing my presentation, in case you look at the price and say, oh, with my present economy, I cannot be able to afford it immediately, which you see that is the best you can give to your family right now, but you cannot afford it immediately. But don't mix the distribution aspect, which is going to be the second part I'm going to present. Now, what I mean is, can you get 4 or 5 people that can buy the machine? In fact, when you get the first one, you can put on your name and supply to the buyers. That gives you a business account. This is how I get started. As at the time I was told about this in late July, I wasn't having any money to even buy the machine. But once I see that it is a good product, after testing it, I see that this product is going to move because of the testimony that I was able to achieve on my own by drinking the water. And I started marketing, bringing people. But as of today, I own 2 business accounts in energy. My machine is with me. I carry it around as a mobile. Even where I am now in Abuja, I install it in my friend's kitchen. And ever since I come here, they'll be taking water from the machine, which I also have the water right in my front. If you are in Abuja, I'm using the opportunity to also talk about my presentation in Abuja, in Guarimpa, okay, house 13, in what we call it, First Avenue. Just go on our invitation I posted on the chat box on our WhatsApp group, Excel, and also every other group. Please send your guests to come there so that we can have a wonderful 2 section on Wednesday, 11 p.m. 11 a.m. in the morning and 2:30 in the afternoon. That's the second section. So I'm going to have it bomber to bomber in Guarimpa in Abuja here. So kindly invite your guests. I'm going to have a lot of water there. I also have the machine there live, and a lot of people can also get some water. Then if you also have some guests in Abuja or some people that want to have access to can't get water in Abuja, while I'm here, you can ask them to contact me. I will ask the dispatcher to dispatch to them. Once they make payment to my account, I'll disperse the water to them. So thank you for that. So let's go for that. Now, it is the best you can give to your family. So join the distribution aspect. Talk to people about it. You never know what your neighbor is passing through. Share the water to them. Share the demo. Don't sell the machine. Don't tell anybody the price of the machine on phone. Rather, invite them to join the Zoom or attend our office event every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday in Adeyemi Jones. Let them attend the live demonstration. Let the demo sell the demo. Don't sell the machine. Let the demo sell the machine. Okay? Now, only medical grade water machine. Okay? ISO 13485. It is a medical device. Okay? It is a medical device. Only machine that can produce 11.5 and 2.5. 5 years warranty come with the machine. 25 years last span. That is, in 25 years is the minimum last span. That's why they put plus. That is, in 25 years, you are just starting using your machine. Now, I do tell people, instead of you to go and invest a lot of money in buying a car, and you know, when you put a lot of money, because we love our family, we put a lot of money in cars, housing, and all that, buying luxury for our families. But are you aware that you need good health to enjoy this? And Kangen machine will represent good health for your families. So even if you cannot afford to buy it once, can you put it in a budget? Can you introduce your friends? Can you introduce your neighbor? Can you tell people about this so that you can save a soul? I'm telling you, Kangen water will help you to save a life because of the property content in the water. Now, one of the kind patented e-cleaning system. Now the machine serving the same. There are times that you are fetching the water, the machine will say cleaning. Once you say cleaning, you don't fetch the water, allow it to go into waste. Once it finishes, it will tell you Kangen water 9.5. If it is on 8.5, it will tell you 8.5. So that is a fantastic. So here you can have the bank account of the company. You can screenshot it. Once you make a transfer of 2,970,000, please kindly send me the receipt, and I need your driver license. I need your full name. I mean, your name is already on your driver license. Then I need your email address and your full address and your phone number. Then I'll place the order. Then the machine will deliver to your home. The next, get back to me on how to do installation. It is not difficult. It is easier to do. That is the first part of my presentation tonight. Now, the next part, we help most of us that are interested in distributions of this product. Now, I like to say this. If you actually mix a lot of franchise companies, okay, in Nigeria, a lot of opportunity, you mix a lot of companies, don't mix energy opportunity in Nigeria, because right now we are just starting the business in Nigeria. Not only Nigeria, in the whole Africa. Now, in the next 3, 4, 5 years, a lot of homes in Nigeria is going to be a popular brand in Nigeria, in families, in homes. Now, your case will not be that we begin to tell stories about how you attend the Zoom or about how you attend the live demonstration. How many families are going to be drinking Kangen water in their home in the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years? That it is through your network that they were able to acquire the machine. So you make a when the sun is shining. This is the best time to start. There is never too late for you to start. Maybe you have started business before and it fails. Okay? It is business that failed. You never fail. It is not you that failed. It is the business that failed. Now you have another opportunity for you to get started again. Let's push this business. Let's tell our families member. Let's share with friends, both social media and, like, since I came into Abuja, I launched another page of what do you call it, Instagram page, which I'm putting a lot of information there every blessed day, because it is a serious campaign. Every homes need to have this technology so that a lot of people can live healthy in our country. So let's look at the second aspect of Kangen business presentation. So energy as a business, it is a proven device for the mass market. Now, statistics shows that in so many countries that this company enter, most people that actually buy the machine are the people that you never imagine that they could afford to buy. Because when the family place a higher value on the earth than material things, you see them, they will buy the machine. What does that signify? Because it is done in India, it is done in Malaysia, it is done in UAE. Most people that is buying the machine, people never expect that they will afford. What does that signify is that never you judge anyone. Don't prejudge anyone that this person cannot afford to buy the machine. If the person cannot afford to buy the machine, can the person get someone that will buy the machine? That is the reason why you should share with as many people as possible. Invite people to join our Zoom every 8 o'clock on Sundays. Let them join our live presentation so that they can see the value in Kangen machine so that they can be able to buy or test someone that will buy so that your business can get started. Now, over 5 billions have been generated since the section of selling this machine, and a lot of people have become multi-millionaires, multi-billionaires in selling this Kangen machine. As of today now, Mr. Simon is on his way now, leaving Malaysia to Philadelphia, to Las Vegas for 49 years of anniversary of the energy in the world. Okay, by next year, this kind of anniversary, I'm believing that a lot of us in Nigeria is going to also be part of going for this kind of journey. Now, over 1.5 to 2 million of the machine are being used in so many families around the world. I have a question for you and I. Do you know anyone that drink water? If you know, that is your prospect, that is your customer, and that is my customer, and also that is my prospect. Our job is to share. So let us be a lover or join the lover of Kangen around the world. Now, energy as a business, no monthly qualification, no stocking or loading of inventory, no annual renewal. You don't need to renew anything. Once you buy a machine or you own a business account means you get someone that buy. You do the supply and you buy the machine on your name. That makes you to own a business account. Any of that, you have gotten a secure account. You are not going to do any renewal anymore. Now, accumulative system, that simply means that every machine that is sold under your group, it is accumulate to your advancement, to your growth in the marketing hierarchy. Next, international borderless. That is, you have an account in Nigeria, you can sell to someone in France, in Canada, in US, in Japan, even in Dubai, anywhere in the world, and you earn your bonus in euro in Nigeria. The marketing plan that pays you and I, it is patented marketing plan. In my 20-something years in network marketing, this is the first time I'm having a company that is patented. This is the first time I'm having a company that their marketing plan is patented. And in most companies in Nigeria, they have issue with their plan because after we do the marketing, they will change it once they see that they have dominant in the old market. They begin to change the plan against top leader. But in energy systems, there is nothing of sort because the plan is patented. The plan is, and here is the marketing plan patented certificate. Now we have multi-level marketing plan, payment systems, which binary is one of the plans that they use in paying in network marketing distributions. But energy actually is not a network marketing or multi-level marketing, although it is a referral system. But their own payment is different from the payment they use in network marketing. Our only call is called direct sales commissions. Here it is, you are the top head of your group and you can sell with your ID as many as possible. When your direct make a sales through indirect, you have what we call indirect sales, and this will lead to your group sales. And energy pays 10 different ways once a single machine is sold. First payment is 8A or 8-point commission. The second is education allowance. The remaining from 3 to 10 will be discussed in another next presentation we're having. So let's go. Once a single sales is made, so the first bonus will begin to pay, which company will receive 3,480 euro, and they will budget 1,640 euro we budget for the distributions, and they will use 8 to divide 1,640 euro. That division will give answer to 205 euro per slide of the 8, meaning it is on 8 different slides of 205 euro. Now, this is it, how it works. This is how it Now, this is how it happened. Once you have an account or you buy the machine, you now, after when you buy the machine, you own a business account. You are not entitled to earn a bonus until you now make a 6 with your ID. That is when you now join bonus earner. Your first 6, you are 1A. So you earn 205 euro. That is one slide out of the 8. When you also make the second 6, you earn another 1 out of that 8, which is a 205 euro. Now, once you make the third 6, this will promote you to 2A, because you are making the third 6 with your ID, and you'll be promoted to 2A, and you earn 410 euro. Now, that is times 2 of 205. This is, once you have cumulative of 10 machines, maybe from your indirect, okay, cumulative of 10 machines, then use your ID to do number 11, so that you'll be promoted to 3A, and you earn 615 euro. That is 205 times 3. Next is, once you see that your cumulative is up to 20 machines, all right, you'll be watching it from your DSS. That is the back office from the internet. All right. Now, use your ID to do number 21, so that you're promoted to 4A, and you earn 205 times 4. That is 820 euro. Presently, you see, the way euro is going up now, in fact, the last 2 days ago, I think on Friday, I made some withdrawal here, and I made a change of euro at 870 euro. My brother, you need to earn in our currency, because the rate at which the dollar is falling is really put a lot of fear into ones. Okay, but when you work with energy, you are earning your currency in euro, so you can withdraw with from your bank and go to the parallel market and exchange at the current black market rate. Now, once you have cumulative of 50 machines, use it to do number 51, so that you promoted to 5A, and you earn 205 times 5. That is 1,025 euro. Next is, once your cumulative is up to 100 machines, use your ID to do number 101. Then you promoted to 6A, and you earn 1,230 euro. Onward, any other sales that you make from that, you'll be earning 1,230 euro per machine. Now, this is you. Okay, this is a typical analysis of what we have discussed. Okay, but this is going to explain both direct and indirect. Now, once you have the first machine sold and you have your business account, make this another sales to Mr. Tom, so that you can earn, you become 1A, you earn 205 on that machine. Now, you may also make the second sale to Alex. Alex is also on your 1A line, then you earn 205 euro. Once you make the third sales to Rose family, Rose will promote you to 2A, and you earn 410 euro. On this note, Tom make the sales to Grace, you are earning 205, meaning Grace is in your indirect. Tom will earn 205, and you will also earn 205. That is from your indirect. Now, Grace said to Polly, Polly said to Ato, Ato said to Ade, Ade said to Yemi, up to 8 levels deep. My brother, my sister, you see earn 205 euro. If you times 205 euro times 870, oh my brother, is a lot of money. Let's do that calculation. If you have a calculation that just 205 times 870, oh my God, that is 178,350 naira per machine. Oh my God, that is a lot. Now, anytime that Alex make the sales of the machine, you are earning 205 euro. Anytime Rose make the sales of the machine, you are earning 410 euro, because Rose is your promotional line. So any sales he made, you are earning that. Now, on this note, you also make another sales to Kim, because Kim, you are not having cumulative of 10 machines yet, so you can't be promoted. So Kim will remain as your 2A line. So on Kim machine, you are earning 410. So if Kim sell 3 machines, see what you are taking, 410, 410. So meaning if you sell 10 machines, you are earning 410 times 10. So you are still earning that. But on that note, your cumulative is already 10. So use ready to sell to male family so that you promoted to 3A and you are earning 615 euro per machine. So that's your line. Any sales that come under May, you are earning 615 euro per machine. Now, Annie is under Kim and he sells 3 machines, so you are earning 410 each. Bob is under Annie and he sells 3 machines, you are still earning 410. Remember, every sales of the machine, 1,640 euro is kept aside and divided with 8. So if you are still within that 8 points, you still continue to earn. Once it is over, you no longer earn. On this note, John is under Bob and he makes 4 sales. So John is going to take 1 point. Bob will take 2 points. Annie 2 points. Kim 2 points. Then if you total it together, that's 7 points. So meaning on John machine, you are earning 1 point. That is 205 euro, not 410. So John made the second sales, you are still earning 205. But when John made the third sales, John withdraw the last point to himself. So John will take 2 points out of that machine. Bob 2 points, Annie 2 points, Kim 2 points. The total is 8. So you are nothing left for you, so you earn 0. On that machine, you are taking nothing. You are not going to earn. This is the integrity of the part of the machine of the company. Okay, you are not going to earn a dime from that machine because 1,640 euro is kept and they divide it. And from that line, you will be earning a lot. That shows the integrity of the part of the company, that the sincerity is showing there. So to me, I see it as being sincere because other company will tell you you earn to infinity, which you don't get to infinity. Okay. Next, once your cumulative is over above 20, so that you can sell to Kim, to Tony, Tony will promote you to 4A and you earn 820 euro. So anytime Tony sells, you are earning 820 euro. Now, Simon comes in because you have cumulative of 50 machines. So you now sell to Simon, you become 5A, you earn 1,025 euro. Now, you now see that your cumulative is already what? 100 machines. So you now make a sales to Sam. So Sam promotes you to 6A and you earn 1,230 euro. So anytime you make a sales from that end, you will earn 1,230 euro because you are now a leader once you become 6A. Remember, once you become 6A, you are a leader. Remember this guy who is a Dan that you're not earning anything from. Once you become 6A, any sales that come under Dan, you'll be earning education allowance of 135 euro per machine. Anywhere that fall on, you'll be earning 135 euro is an education allowance. Next is, once you become 6A, you join the career path. Career path means, once you become 6A, you earn $3,000. This one is dollar is paid from our central office from New York. That is when this is paid. Okay, it is an incentive. It is called ranking incentive. Once you become 6A, that's when you join the career path and you earn $3,000. Different from what you have earned that we discussed under 8 point and under education allowance. The next is encourage two of your line, be it direct or indirect, to become 6A, so that you be promoted to 6A2. You earn $6,000 one time outside your education allowance, outside your 8 point commission. So once two of them become 6A, 6A2, then you move to 6A2-2, you earn $12,000 once off. Once two of them become 6A2-2, you move to 6A2-3, and you earn 25,000 once off. And basic incentive for monthly basis, outside daily sales of the machine, outside education allowance, you earn 5,000 basic end of the month. This is my target goal, and this is a target goal of every member of Excel team in Nigeria. Excel team is the head of all the teams in Nigeria. So this is our goal, okay, that we want to achieve. 6A2-3, so that we can become top leaders in the whole Africa. So let's get there. Because somebody have done it, then it is Visualize. If you don't see the end in mind, there is no how you can get there. You need to visualize. You need to see yourself in there before it can come to manifestation. That is work of faith. You need to believe that this is possible. Now, all you need to do is this: is Kangen water working in human body. Once that is confirmed by you, the next is begin to promote, begin to share, begin to tell your friends, name lists. Do the name list of people that you want to share with, or why not? Do the name list of people that you want to share with, then begin to invite them to join the demo, begin to invite them to join us in the live presentation in our offices. Okay, if you have people in Abuja, please, while I'm here with a little time, I'm going to spend in Abuja, invite them, let them have one-on-one with me so that I can help you to prospect them. It is not, a journey of 1,000 miles begin with the steps in the right direction. The more you are taking the steps on the right direction, the closer you are to your destiny, to your dream that you have already set. Okay, this is the end of our presentation tonight. If you have a question, the floor is open. If you have a testimony you want to share, the floor is open. Kindly unmute yourself. Kindly unmute yourself and ask your questions. Okay? And why I'll be waiting for your question to be asked. Thank you. And